Hi Danish learner, welcome back to my channel Danish Matters. I'm Tina Bakker, your Danish friend and tutor. I don't know if you're on vacation right now, but as these are COVID times, then maybe not all of you are going abroad this summer. So this is why I'm making this video about Danish dialects. And this is not going to be a thorough, elaborated video on Danish dialects. I am far from being an expert in that. No, I have asked out different people in my circles if they could give me words from all over Denmark. So it's going to be a few and random words that I received. So here we go. We're going a tour around Denmark, and I have a note here. I actually have notes because I don't know all of them. And in order to remember them, I need notes. So, first one is from the southern part of Funen, that is Sydfyn, which is probably in their dialect, Sydfyn. And excuse me out there, fellow Danes, that I'm going to, in this video, mispronounce your dialects. That's just how it is. I am from Zealand. I can't do anything about that. So first word is ha. And that is short, or their dialect, at Sydfyn for hen, he. They would also go uddannelse instead of uddannelse. So here's the soft D they would skip, which probably for most foreigners makes it a more easier word, an easier word to pronounce. So uddannelse, education. In Finland, they would also go te, something like that, which is in another kind of Danish, te, very short, and it just means tea, but they would go te. Another one is when they want to say 12, they won't go 12, they would go 12, something like that. And they have a specific word in Finnish, which is known, I think, all over Denmark for being more like one single letter in G, which means in gil, which means a goat. In G. It sounds like the letter G, and that's why we say it's a one-letter word. Now, if we move on a little from Funen, or maybe they also say this in Funen actually, they might go also kaff instead of kaffe. And that is also what they say in the southern part of Zealand, kaff. Må jeg bede om en kop kaffe? In the southern part of Zealand, they would also go that maybe their shoe, you know, that feeling of a new shoe that's just sort of irritating your heel, or like it feels like it doesn't really fit to begin with. That kind of feeling would be gnæve, in a more broad sense of a word in Denmark. But that would be skave, min sko skaver, they would say, and not min sko gnæver. So that is the feeling that you get when you buy new shoes. Yeah. Another one is, now we are in Jutland, near Randers in Jutland. Yeah, check your Danish geography. Yeah, when something is, I would say, coming from Zealand, I would say grattet, but they would probably go grattet. That would be a word for biscuit or smettet. Smettet. Biscuit means dirty. If something is dirty, it might be grattet in Jutland or in Randers. In the northern part of Jutland, they might go that someone is dvæsk. That is another word for led. That is another word for doven, which means lazy. In Thy, an area in the northern part of Jutland, they might go a tøs. And a is actually their word for jeg, which we would also pronounce ja in other parts of Denmark. They would go a. And tøs is another word for synes. Jeg synes, jeg synes. And this is not about synes and tror and tænke and mean. That's a whole different chapter. Yeah, this is just pronunciation. So there would go, and vocabulary, dialect vocabulary, there would go atos instead of jeg synes. Yeah. There is another one here called fossile. Han kommer for sille, meaning han kommer for sent. He's too late. He's coming too late. I think that might be in the southern part of Jutland, maybe elsewhere in Jutland. I'm not quite sure. But it means for sent. It means too late. And a friend of mine told me about the word fremmede. Fremmede, which actually means foreigners. But in certain parts of Jutland, maybe the southern part, but actually my friend actually believes that it might be in mid or western part of Jutland, they would use this word and they would go fremmede for guests. So if you're calling someone, say, and that person might go, jeg kan ikke snakke med dig nu, jeg har fremmede. So I can't talk to you now, I have foreigners. I have company, I have guests. Yeah. And in the southern part of Jutland, you might also come across words like jamsk. And I must admit, when Googling this, I was surprised because I thought that jamsk meant to be a little bit cold. Like when you remember, like when you're feeling a little tired and also like you're feeling a little, like it's a little chilly at the same time, you're feeling a little cold. That would be jamsk to me. But maybe I'm wrong because it said it means sleepy or like not really up for anything. Like, no, I don't really want to. That is jamsk. So maybe I just learned a new thing today. Yeah, I can learn too. In the southern part of Jutland, there is also another word that is very known all over Denmark, and that is moin. And moin actually means hello and goodbye. And we are only lacking one word here. The one and only, the golden words of all, which comes from Jutland, but is now used all over Denmark and understood all over Denmark, is, are you ready? Træls. Træls means something along the line of irritating, annoying, troublesome, inconvenient, the whole bunch in one word. But you can also just use it for something irritating, for something inconvenient, something like that. Træls. It's a really good word. Ej, hvor er det træls. Those were the words that I got, the random words that I got asking out for words in different Danish dialects. So I hope that you might be able to use this for something on your tour or your certain places that you go this summer. I wish you all a great summer and happy Danish learning.